to help us understand visually what has happened to dinosaurs over time, there's a Parasaurolophus. It's the one with the. That's the one, yeah. Is a painting of it, like a herd of them, and it's being painted over in white. Like boring. Moving on. Dinosaurs aren't cool anymore. And there's an ad for.
However, I will say I am with the film in that painting brick white is a tragedy, and if you do it, you should be killed. But yeah,
there has got to be a white brick building that you could be presented with rags that you would be okay with.
Maybe.
Are you okay with white bricks that are white themselves? That aren't painted white, they just are white? Because those exist.
Like in the...
Not all bricks are red.
I know not all bricks are red, but...
Racist.
Some of them are white.
That... I guess you could make they would be slightly better, I think, because part of the issue with painting bricks white... I'll explain to you. So one of the issues with painting brick is that oftentimes if you use too much paint or it's not a fine enough paint, it ruins the texture. It makes it flat and gloopy, and it doesn't fill in the texture of the brick itself. So that would be better. And also, a lot of the times you paint over the...
like that, though, because I can understand the argument against the painting, because I know what you mean when you say the texture. But it seems like the fact that you're saying it would be better if they're white kind of implies that it's still not good enough.
It's terrible. I think it looks awful. And part of the reason for that as well is that when you paint brick, you also paint the mortar between the bricks. So it's all of it is white.
That's okay. We can move on from the painting to just like the problem you seem to have with the existence of bricks that are white, like in general.
Less of an issue with bricks being white, though I still don't like them generally. Mostly it is you take a house or you take a building that has bricks that are normally a brick color, which predominantly is not going to be the same color. They will be different kinds of a particular shade that complement each other, and those will be offset with the color of the mortar in between the bricks that is used. And then you take paint and you spray it, or you roll the paint over it, which creates almost always an ugly building.
I'm okay with moving past the painting. I'm just saying the bricks themselves that are just white. They are white. Not painted white. They're just white.
I thought he was rolling the paint over the mural and everything. Brick building.
Okay. Look at that nice sleight of hand that we got going on there.
No, they have the roller. They're rolling paint over it.
Nah. Whatever.
Rags is saying he doesn't like the color of the bricks, maybe sometimes, but it's mainly the culture of the bricks you hate. It's not necessarily the color.
Part of it is that, but I'm quite opposed to white bricks, particularly when it is just people painting over bricks that were a brick color before.
Like, I just want to again the progression is like yes, bricks being painted white. That's pretty lame. White bricks,
sucks. I hate it.
Like, oh yeah, but some bricks can just be white without being painted. Oh yeah, that would be better. And then
it would be better.
But like you had a problem with white bricks. It's like I thought we were talking about bricks getting painted white.
Yeah, I can have a problem with both. I have a problem with both.
You made it seem
one is slightly better than the other.
We were even talking about the notion that a brick could be white. Not that they were painted white, just that they could be white.
No, it's fine. You could do that. I don't like it. I don't think they look good.
It is legal.
It's legal. It's not moral or ethical, but you can do it.
How you doing, Platoon?
I'm good. I'm just trying to imagine. I think there must be a white brick. I'm generally with you on the white bricks. They're dirty, easy. They're just expensive. It's an inefficient.
See, these are better arguments against white bricks.
I have no problem with white bricks.
No, I ain't done with the arguments. All right, I ain't done. We can keep going. For instance, when it rains and all of the water hits the ground and it kicks up the dirt and it splashes, it means like the bottom foot of that white brick house, your ugly white brick house, looks even worse now because it shows all of the dirt that's going to track onto it. Whenever you mow, whenever you mulch stuff up, whenever it rains and it gets all dirty, your house looks like shit. Even more shit than it did before.
Yeah, a long time to make that argument. It only came after Platoon said.
We weren't done. Just to be clear, we weren't done. I've got these in the barrel because I hate these buildings.
All of this strange confusion about whether we're talking about bricks that are painted white or bricks that are just made white. And the confusion about which one we're talking about.
This was never in contention.
What do you? It's not about whether or not they could. You acknowledged the bricks could just be white without being painted, and you said that they were better, with the implication that they're still not great. And then when we went back to the topic of white bricks that are just white, you feigned confusion about whether or not that was something that had even been raised. And
I thought about it for a second because I don't recall ever seeing that. But then I was like, yeah, you can just do that. That's something you can do. There was no confusion.
Why would you?
I can turn an apple in my head, Fringy. I can imagine a white brick.
I know you can, but you made it seem as if that had never even been brought up, like in the conversation at all, that there is such a thing as a brick that is just white. Not whether it's hypothetically possible. Not what? Yeah, I did bring it up, and then it's
hypothetical to me because I don't recall ever seeing one. But then you bring it up, and I'm like, yeah, that's a thing that could exist.
Is it more just like a specific argument against transracial bricks is what we're talking about? Like bricks should be proud of whatever color they were born as.
It's that the issue is that whenever people do this, it always looks ugly.
We did talk about whether or not they were painted. That's fine. But you made it seem like that's all we were talking about when I said it more than a few times, the idea of a brick that is just white that isn't painted.
I understand the concept of a white brick that is constructed that way. I don't like it.
That's okay. You don't have to like it. All I'm saying is you made it seem as if that hadn't even been brought up in the conversation when it absolutely had. That's it.
You brought it up. We're talking about you bringing it up.
You made it seem like it hadn't been brought up at all. You were like, I thought we were talking about bricks being painted white when even I made it clear like more than once.
Because originally the conversation was started by the person rolling over the side of the brick building with a mural on it.
But I tried to move it on to just the idea of a brick being... There's no confusion.
And then I accepted that, and then I factored that into comparing it between the painted bricks. I've accepted fully the idea of the naturally white, quote-unquote, naturally white bricks, and I am opposed to them staunchly.
That's okay. That's fine. It was just you being a little bit sneaky in the conversation.
I wasn't being sneaky. I've addressed everything you've brought up.
Okay. Anyway, they were painting over the dinosaurs, which was a little bit rude of them, I will say.